up a stranger to myself. My skin atop blank, empty canvas, a book I couldn't read from inside or out, until I learned to map the surface, and then over and over again I went to artists to mark my skin, leaving behind where the needle dug in things a man could believe in. And I was no longer a stranger, no longer a stranger, no longer a stranger to myself. She took me in as an act of God. We hated each other from the start. Her eyes scraping at the ink, crawling up my neck and arms, the anchor, the dagger, and the heart. And so I returned to the city, searching for a picture of her desire. Her God's eyes on my back, where only she could see them, would finally extinguish this fire. And we'd no longer be strangers, no longer be strangers, no longer be strangers to ourselves. When I returned from the city, she grabbed me with the mighty fist of God. She crumpled me like paper for drawing her desire and reminding her we already were lost. But a man must be more than skin and paper, and a man can only be pushed so far, and a man don't need an anchor, and a man don't need a dagger. So I use my hands to stop her beating hard, and now she's no longer a stranger, no longer a stranger, no longer a stranger to me. Tonight I'll return to the city to deck my skin with one last work of art. Her face as a reminder that I'll always be a stranger, next to the anchor, the dagger, and the heart. Yes, I'll always be a stranger, always be a stranger, always be a stranger to myself. Yes, I'll always be a stranger, always be a stranger, always be a stranger to myself. He walked into the yard bearing peaches, red and yellow was sin, tearing a hole in the flat, tall gray sky that shook every time a truck rumbled by. A hole where the light could come in, a hole where the light could come in. And I liked the taste of those peaches, and I let him sit closer one day. I was hungry or tired or maybe just lazy, and though I wanted God, why would God want me? In the end I just let him stay. In the end I just let him stay. Yes, I knew that he wasn't a good man. I thought maybe just good enough. There must be a heart underneath the tattoos, and I was tired of waiting for God, and I knew that love's not for people like us. No, love's not for people like us. But good Lord, can a bad man get angry? Righteous anger that strings you along, angry at things that have nothing to do with your own wretched frame, but still he'll blame you for the ways that his life turned out wrong, for the ways that his life turned out wrong. Now I'm lying here under the peach tree. When did all the noise stop? Last thing I remember, his hands on my neck, the sweet smell of peaches, the buzzing in my head. And I wonder, am I finally dead? Yes, I wonder, am I finally dead? Yes, I knew that he wasn't a good man. I thought maybe just good enough. And here I am lying under the peach tree. But it's not that he kept me from all that I could be. Life's not for people like me. No, life's not for people like me.